Watching to see y'all come on in. Took me a minute to get on today. I was on a phone call and I'm here now. But I don't see anybody trying to reconnect. Well, I'll just sit here and mind my own business, and if you're here, let me know. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You always know that it's working when Facebook asks you if you want to watch it on a bigger screen. The answer to that is always no. Hi, Martha and Denise. Come on in. And Catherine's here too. Yay, Trisha. Hello. Christine. It takes a minute, doesn't it? It takes a minute for Facebook anymore. Sometimes I think it's me, but then I think, well, I don't know what's going on here. Hi, Pamela and Gwen. Come on in. Monica's here too. Hi, MJ. Yep, here we go. 32 now, Christine. Hello, Cecily. Pretty name. Hi, Kathy. And Jenny's here too. Yeah, it took me a minute. I also was on the phone. We've got, we're working hard with our supplier. Keep all of that in prayer, our supplements. Hi, Jane and Carla. Who else did I just see? I just saw Tay and Jane. Everybody's here. Come on in. Yes, I know. Facebook's crazy. Everybody's using it. I don't know about your feed, but my feed was filled today with all kinds of Facebook Lives, and we've been doing this forever. So, hey, that's fine. I'll just go with what it is, Anyway, I'm so glad you're here, and, we are getting ready. Again, can you believe today's the 19th? We're more than halfway through May now. How does that happen? I don't even know how that happens. So, life goes on though. Life goes on, and the days tick off, and regardless of what's going on out in the world there today, it's been interesting. So I think I'm going to stop watching the news. I think I'm going to have a little, time away from the news. I woke up this morning just feeling kind of, watched the news last night, and you know how it is. It's not a happy time, is it? I mean, there's always something. It's all about conflict. It's all about this, horrible virus. It's all about what all the naysayers are saying. It's all, never is there anything happy on the news. Nothing. I don't see anything happy. Very low volume. I'm up as high as I can go. Patty, turn your volume up. My volume is up as high as I can go. Can you guys hear me okay? Patty says it's very low volume. I've got my earbuds on, which are connected to my phone. And I've got it as high as I can go. Let's see if that does anything better. Catherine says she hears fine. So check your side of the volume, because oftentimes that's where it is. Kathy says it sounds great. Good, good. I always get worried when I see things like that. All right, good. I'm glad you can hear. So today we're going to be talking about self-sabotage a little bit. Because if you sabotage yourself, you know what I'm talking about. And by the way, that the sprint is starting on June 8th. That doesn't seem like very, that seems like it's far, far away. But it's far. It isn't that far. It's close. It's close. I've started my sprouts, even though I know I'm going to have to do another batch of sprouts, but I finally got my broccoli seeds in. And oh my gosh, those broccoli seeds. I love those broccoli sprouts. They're such little nutrition bombs. Anyway, I started my sprouts, made an extra batch of bone broth, and getting ready for the sprint. I might even do a spontaneous sprint between now and then. I'm just sort of tired of this, virus, these quarantine pounds. I've got a few. We all do. But even so, a lot of us are just looking at this whole thing like, how do we, take care of ourselves just a little bit better and not be such a self-sabotager. So we want to talk about that today, because I think, I think that we are all doing this. We're all kind of wrapped up with what's going on, and I think maybe, stepping away from the news and starting to fill our heads with some good stuff, reading a good book, big learners. When we're learners, mindset completely changes. We have a growth mindset instead of a closed mindset. Carol Dweck, I think is her name, talked about that. Really interesting book. Her book is called, I don't know, it's called just Mindset, I think. She also has a TED Talk that's very good. But it just talks about the different factors in our lives that show an open mindset versus a closed mindset. And when an open growth mindset is there, then you get to learn more and you get to expand and become better. I like that a lot, especially because I don't want to be living in the groundhog existence of just doing the same day over and over again, even though it feels like that right now with all this quarantine business, doesn't it? Well, we have a ships free product. If you are interested in crushing inflammation, oh, I thought I flipped it. Sorry, I didn't flip the thing. This is InflaCrusher 2.0, and it is curcumin on steroids. And this stuff is amazing stuff, by the way. I love this stuff. It's super helpful if you've got any kind of inflammation. It's helpful for people with arthritis. They use this. And we have, we usually sell out of this as soon as we get it in. So if you're interested in this, put it in your cart. And in the promo window, put ships free. And we will, as long as you're in the United States, we will ship it free to your house. And while you're there, pile it on, put everything in there. Marla sold out of our body clutter tea. We have a few bags left. Not a lot, but we have a few bags left. So if you want your body clutter tea, get it while you can. We've got an order in, but it's going to be 45 days before it comes in. So we just ordered it yesterday. Yes, I know. I saw the news, and they're talking about COVID-19 and about the vitamin D factor, which is huge. And, this is how you also having vitamin D efficiency is also how you get your CalMag to work. CalMag won't be effective unless you've got adequate vitamin D. This is how it gets converted in your bones. And the Wise Women's B Complex and CoQ10, these are just incredible. If you want to find out about them, go to savingdinner.com/wise. All the information about those particular supplements are there. Our whole Body Clutter Wise Women's line is amazing. And, this is all, Marla and I have worked together to put this together. And we've also worked on a custom blend for the tea. And I've also worked with a manufacturer and a supplement formulator to make these Wise Women supplements the very best that they can be. So a lot of work went into these. I hope you take advantage of them. They're in the shop right now. We've just placed another huge order. So get them while they're hot because they're going fast, okay? Friday is Q&A. So if you have a question for me and you want a nutrition question answered, a supplement question answered, a cooking question, whatever, just send them in to Saving Dinner. Go to support@savingdinner.com and in the subject line, put question for Leanne on Friday. I will get it. I will answer it right here on Friday at the same time. I love it when you guys do that, by the way. And speaking of ships free, if you order $200 worth of supplements, I will send you a little mindful mug. If you order $100 worth of supplements and throw $5 in for a mindful mug, I'll send that to you too. And a sweet little note. By the way, this is what the notes look like. You have a little card, a little Saving Dinner card, and I write on them and say that I think you're wonderful. Because you are. You are wonderful. And thank you so much too. You guys share this a lot, And when you share, that tells me that you care. And it tells me that I'm doing something right and that I'm helping you out. And that's the whole idea of what these 1 o'clocks are about. It's time to get into where we live in these bodysuits and dig into what's going on. Why am I self-sabotaging? Why is this so hard? Why am I holding a grudge? Why are all these things happening? Our humanness, is what shapes us, but becoming better and becoming excellent is what helps us to grow. And that's what we're all about. You know, we know that we're not going to be perfect. Guaranteed. Well, we know what perfect does too. Perfect paralyzes, and excellence leads the way. Excellence helps us to build that bridge from here to there, because there's a gap. There's a huge gap. We all have a gap. And when we understand that we can build a bridge and that we're on that bridge and building as we go, then it becomes more of a pleasant journey, doesn't it? We're doing the work to make that bridge connected. I have such a fabulous quote this week too. And if you listen to Saturday's show, I talked about it quite a bit. And it's from Elizabeth Gilbert, who wrote Eat, Pray, Love. Stop wearing your wishbone where your backbone ought to be. Bam. Stop wearing your wishbone where your backbone ought to be. Do you find yourself doing that? I do it all the time. All the time. I do it. And I wish for things. And I think, you know, all these fluffy thoughts. But if there's nothing behind it, if there's no resilience, no backbone behind it, it's nothing. It means zero. Nothing. We can't wish away our lives. We have to get into the place of understanding that it takes resilience, it takes doing, it takes a daily commitment to ourselves and the life that we want to lead. You know, and it's available. It's available. It's not just wishful thinking. No, it's work. That's what it is. Pure, unadulterated work. But work is fabulous, isn't it? It's what gives us purpose in this life. And when we do a good job and somebody says, hey, you did a good job. We just got a testimonial. Marla read it on her show today, if you listened. We just got a testimonial on how wonderful our supplements are and how they're already feeling the difference with taking the Core 4. And that's exactly what was my hope when we formulated the Core 4, was with the vitamin D, the methylated B complex that we have, and the CoQ10 and the CalMax. Absolutely formulated to make you feel better. That's why we did them. And we also have that deficiency. And when I see that, it makes me say, the work is worth it. It makes me say that the work is worth it. The work is worth it. Today is Tuesday. You know what that means? Dinner answers have gone out to all of our lovely members. And when you support Saving Dinner by being a Dinner Answer subscriber and member, we support you right back. And it's only $7 a month for pandemic pricing. What? And we really appreciate all of our members. Love them. However you eat is up. It's up to you. We are completely agnostic when it comes to food. You know, whole food, great. Here's a plan for you. Vegan, great. Paleo, great. AIP, great. Keto, got it. It's all there. So go grab it, you know, go $7 a month. It's cheap. And not only that, but you get a plan, menus, recipes, shopping lists, and you get to support Saving Dinner, a women-owned business, and I get to support you right back, which I love. Don't you love that? I think that's so great. Okay, and you can find it at savingdinner.com, obviously. It's right there on the front page, give you all the information. If you see an ad for the Hot Melt Sprint, give it some love and make a nice comment, would you? Because my little ads are everywhere. They're little video ads of me with my hair down, longer hair. You'll see it. Let's see, what else do we have? I told you about Friday's Q&A. I told you about all the things. I gave you the quote of the week. Now, how about we talk about self-sabotage? Because I'm an expert on that. Anybody else here an expert? Where are my pinkies? I need some pinkies up. I need some ladies with pinkies going up. Because we are self-sabotagers. We get a plan, we get an idea, we know what we want to go after, we set our goals, we have all the things in place, and then one itty-bitty thingy happens, and man, there goes the plan, and we self-sabotage. So what is that? Have you done it? Anyone? Anyone been a self-sabotager? What is that? A lack of self-control? What is it? A lack or low self-worth? What is it? What do you think it is? Well, here's what I have seen, and this is my observation, and what I've seen from my journal and what I've written in my journal is that when we are doing things in a loosey-goosey kind of way, sorry, Lucy, but when we're doing things really loose and just kind of going with it and we're not working a plan, that self-sabotage comes right in the door, doesn't it? It comes in and it tells us this once won't matter, or you don't have to do that, you just do this instead. And you find yourself in a place where you keep backsliding into old habits, old things that have never worked before. They've never worked before. Why are they going to work now? Why do we do that? Don't we? We do it. And what I have found is this, and there was an interesting thing. I think I've told you this story before, but listen up anyway. It's pretty interesting. So with pilots, what they have found is checklists work really well to make sure that everything is ready to go. Because when a pilot is getting ready, to go, there's a lot of things that they have to check off. And what they have found is that when they used a point and call system, that they didn't miss a beat. And for me, when I look at that, so they'll say, brakes, point, they'll point at the brakes, point, yes, that is in place. This, yes, that is in place. And what I have found for myself is setting things up. My point and call system is using my journal. I use my Take Back Your Life journal, and in it I set up my habits in a routine, which then becomes a ritual. And things get to piggyback on each other. So it's almost infallible. Only if I decide that I'm just not going to do it. For example, when I empty the dishwasher and press the button on the coffee, the race is on. And it's just a fun little game I play with myself. But also, I have to drink a whole glass of water with my SAMe first thing in the morning. And before I allow myself to pour that cup of coffee, I have to do a 4-minute workout, which is really quick and easy. But I have added the water and the workout to a game that I already play with myself, and it just about guaranteed gets done because it's piggybacked on something that I already had down pat. And so when I look at self-sabotage and how we get out of self-sabotage, it's pretty simple. We simply add to something that's already working. So if you're a bed maker and you make your bed every single morning without fail, and that's a habit that you already have, what can you add to that? Can you put your supplements out by your bed? Can you put a full glass of water there? Can you put a little sticky note for a reminder? When you already have a success, add something new to it and write a reminder of it. That's your point and call. And it's amazing how that works. Because when we have something that works already and we only add to it, and I'm not talking about a list of 300 things, I'm not talking about making it just hard, because if we add too much to it, we find ourselves in a place of just saying, oh, that's too much, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do any of it. I'm not even going to make my bed today. We can't do that. We have to look at where our successes already are and build from success. Because we all have something that we're successful at. Always. I promise you. If you're taking your supplements every day, find something else that you can add to that. This is how we get out of the self-sabotage place. And then we also have to see and feel what success feels like. So when we're looking at it and just beating ourselves up mercilessly over our self-sabotage, over the ability to not get something done, if we can look at what we have been successful in the past and say, you know what, I can do that because I've done it before with this, with this. And I do this too, because I get wrapped up in, well, this is a lot and I don't have the time to do this and I need to have that done and I need to have this done. How am I going to get this all done? And I look back on a previous success of something. Well, you already know how to do this. You can be successful by just following through and doing what you did the last time, but changing it up. That's it. I believe this is how we can build ourselves up, and also how we can gird up the weak parts of where we are. Because we all have strengths and we all have weaknesses. But if we can build from the place of strength and understand, because we've done XYZ before and gone through something that's been tough and hard to do, we can do that again and end up in the place of setting ourselves up for success. And our environment plays into it too. You know, if you're constantly finding yourself eating the Oreo cookies, maybe the Oreo cookies need to not be in the house. You know, maybe you leave yourself set up for success by not having in your environment the things that cause you issues. One of the things that I have done is behind me, I have set up a mini trampoline. So I pretty much, it's a rebounder. Leaps and Rebounds is the name of the company that I use. It's just fantastic. It's all bungee cords, not springs, so it's really bouncy, really good for you. I'm writing a blog post about that, by the way. That's on my docket. But I really like it, and I've noticed that when I do it, I sleep better. I've noticed that when I keep myself going with it, it's better. So what do? I set reminders on my phone. I set myself up for success. When you set yourself up for success, you're not going to self-sabotage because you've already set that up. It's sort of like setting the table. You know, you're having people over for dinner, set the table. Get the table set before they get there. You know, it's better that way. Then they all have a place to sit. It's the same thing with your habits. It's the same thing with your setup. If you set up your environment, take the things out that are going to be stumblers, preset the table so that it's ready to go, everything starts to fall in place. And you're not going to do it perfectly, but you will do it excellently. And those reminders on your phone, and I don't use reminders on my phone. I tried to figure them all out. Now I just set alarms. I just set alarms and I know what I'm going to do. So when my alarm goes off at 45 minutes, I do it on the 45s because I have shows at 1, shows at 4. So I do it on the 45s. That means drink a full glass of water, and I have to go downstairs to get it, by the way. I keep my water bottle downstairs now. So that means I'm going up and down the stairs one flight every time, every hour. So I get in, how many flights of stairs do I get in a day? You know, a lot. And then I jump on the trampoline, I jump up 30 times, and then I do one quickie, 30-second sprint where I'm going as fast as I can on there because it's a hit training. I don't have to do a full hit, I just do a part hit. And then I do a 4-minute workout. Right after this show, I do it. It adds up and it sets me up for success. And when we add things up, and this little thing here, this little thing here, this little thing here, it makes the temptation to sabotage yourself go away. Because you've set your environment up, you've set reminders up, you've got cues, you've got triggers. That's what this mindful mug is. This mindful mug sets you up for a mindful meal. So you'll sit down and you'll think about your plate. Is it mindfully set up with the food that you need? It's a Target trifecta plate. You've got protein, fiber, and fat on there. And how many ounces do you have on there? How much green is on that plate, right? You look at all of these things and you are mindful. Now you're going to eat mindfully. Eat in a way that you're not like gulping your food down, because I race when I eat if I'm not mindful. But all of these little things add up and make the self-sabotage go away. Slowly but surely go away, because everything is set up for the way I need my day to run. Do you see where I'm going with all of this? It's amazing what happens. This is how you set yourself up for excellence. Because when we are going for perfection, and we're going for it and saying, well, I just blew it. That first hour I just blew, and so there you go. Now I'm going to go sit down with the Oreos and go watch Netflix and, play on my phone. That's not the way it should work. The way it needs to work is your setup, your environment, and your past success all play into what your day is going to look like. And then if you miss up one little thing, big deal. Big deal. This is what I say, big deal. And the reason I say that is because you get another hour coming up, and then you can do it even better than the time before. This is why I set myself up like this, because it helps me to be more successful, and it makes self-sabotage ebb and flow away from me instead of toward me. And the other thing is anticipate your success, because do you do this? Let me ask you, pinkies up. This is our pinky thing. Do you ever find yourself thinking, well, I'm not going to be successful anyway, so why even bother? Or, I tried to do that and didn't work, so there it goes. That's perfectionism all the way. We can't do that to ourselves. We have to keep trying. And this is why I always say, do not quit on yourself. And what you think about expands. And what kind of a life do you want to live? Do you want a vibrant, healthy, playing full out in your life kind of life? Or do you want to be sitting by the sidelines, missing out on all the family pictures, afraid to put a bathing suit on and go into the pool with the kids? I mean, that's not what we want. We don't want to be bikini models. We want to play full out in our lives. And the way that we get there is by setting ourselves up for success, not self-sabotage. Because self-sabotage, I believe, comes from the fact that we don't set ourselves up for success. We don't have an environment that supports us. We don't have habits in place that support us either. So if we can have habits in place, if we can have a plan in place, what are you going to eat tonight for dinner? Do you know? Or are you just going to wing it? This is why we do dinner answers. Every single day, we can make a success plan for ourselves, and the success plan is going to make the sabotage plan go away. And if it's not perfect, and it won't be, at least it can be excellent. And excellent should make you feel good about yourself. Seriously. Anticipate success. Anticipate that you're going to do it well. Anticipate that you've got the things in place. And the things that aren't in place, put them in place. You can do this, Pencil and paper. Amazing inventions that can really help you put things together. I'll tell you, you should see my desk. You should see someday I will show you my writing table and research table that I'm using for the book, which, by the way, I am going to have done my part by the end of the month. That is my commitment to you, to Marla, to Mark, to me. I'm going to have it done by the end of the month. And you know what I've done? I've looked at my day. I've carved out 2 hours a day in the morning and in the afternoon that I can write. That's how you get things done. It's incremental. And that's how we get rid of self-sabotage, by incrementally increasing our productivity, by incrementally believing in ourselves, by thinking about what's in our head, by asking ourselves the right questions. Is this supporting the life that I want to lead? Is this helping me to create a vibrant, healthy, optimized life? Is it? That's how we get rid of self-sabotage. And that's how we move into a place of excellence and not a place of paralyzing perfectionism. The new book is about, it's called The Carousel of Crazy, and it's about getting out of the diet culture and hopping onto the place of having a healthy, vibrant life, the stuff that we talk about all the time. I've got all kinds of stuff on you. I mean, just gobs and gobs of good stuff in there, and I'm thrilled and excited about it. So I hope you share this video. If you found it remotely helpful, please share it. If you'd like to become a part of our Dinner Answers membership, it's right there on savingdinner.com. You'll see it right when you get on there. And don't forget, this Mindful mug comes with a $200 order for free, or $100. It's $5 for a $100 order. And the Infla Crusher, put that in your cart. Put ships free in the promo window. We'll send you your order for free shipping. You won't pay the shipping, I will. We do this because we love you and we care about you. 4 o'clock today, I am cooking. 4 o'clock Eastern, by the way, for anybody. I will be down in the kitchen and I am making salmon. It's thawing right now. Wild salmon. I'm going to show you how to do it with a Dijon mustard sauce that will absolutely make your eyeballs go, whoa. That's the most delicious thing in the entire universe. I'm going to tell you what, if you can get your head around salmon, start having salmon once a week, that's omega-3 fatty acids, good for your brain, good for your whole body. So that's what I will be doing today at 4 o'clock. And then tonight, for all of you who are part of my Take Back Your Life group, we have a whole thing on your immune system at 7. Don't forget about that either. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for sharing this video and for being a part of my community. You guys make everything wonderful, and I look forward to this every day. And I look forward to talking to you, and I appreciate you all so much. Peace.